It would be great if we lived in a world that encouraged authenticity and highlighted its importance throughout our lives. I believe it could bring so many benefits to every single one of us and the world as a whole. Welcome to the BU channel, where we do a deep dive into personal development and look at it through the lens of authenticity. I am Safiya, author of the book BU, Your Life Depends on It, the original volume, and the Transformation Journal. Now, let's talk about the 7 reasons the world needs more authenticity. Number 1, happier and healthier people. If society rewarded, or even more so, valued what it truly means to be authentic, we would feel a lot less pressure to conform. We would feel liberated to discover and pursue lifestyles that bring us long-term fulfillment and genuine happiness. We would naturally deviate from lives that invite unnecessary stress and turmoil, and naturally, we would make healthier life choices that allow us to embrace abundance from the inside out. Number 2 is more creativity. With everyone focusing on their genuine contentment, we would all be able to hone our skills. We would find ourselves in societal roles that naturally align with who we are. Not only would we enjoy everything we do, but we would excel in it. This would encourage us to bring our best ideas forward and bring our best attitudes to everything that we do. This would also allow us to maximize the use of our own natural forms of creative expression. Number 3, peaceful coexistence. In a more authentic world, we would not only understand that we're all different in terms of our thinking and our beliefs, but we would readily embrace and accept these differences. No one would feel the need to force others into conformity of their way of thinking or their way of life. More of us would take a less judgmental approach when it comes to other people, and live and let live would make much more sense. We would allow others to go on their own journey of self-discovery and come across their own truths and information out there to help them along their own life journey. And a world like this would thrive off of everybody's uniqueness. Number 4, more love. Learning to live authentically means learning to love yourself. If we all practice loving ourselves unconditionally, then that would give us greater capacity to lend love and support to others. It would be normal for us to exercise compassion, generosity, kindness towards not only our family and friends, but everyone who crosses our paths. Number 5, equal playing field. Having prejudice is a part of human nature. Unfortunately, in our world today, many of us prefer to act on our own prejudgment about people before we have the chance to test their character. In a more authentic world, however, we would be more willing to reserve our prejudgments until after our own interactions with the person. Respect would be freely given to all, rather than being selectively handed out to those we think can do something for us, and being withheld from those we prematurely deem and label as insignificant. There would be zero tolerance for favoritism and unfair treatment, and we would all have to work for what we want, and opportunities would only be given to those who truly earn and deserve it. Number 6, better leadership. An authentic world would thrive off of authentic leadership. Leaders would be appointed based on their natural gifts, but mostly their ability to inspire others to also be their best. Rather than using money or artificial power to manipulate the masses into benefiting a select few, the focus would be to maximize everybody's potential so that we can benefit the future of humanity as a whole. Number 7 is advancement in society. As people begin to shift their lives towards cultivating their true potential, they will begin to discover abilities they never knew they had. When we become less concerned with being judged and more concerned with tapping into our superpowers, there's no telling how far we could advance as a society. Before we wrap up, I just quickly wanted to say this. My ultimate vision is that as a society, we prioritize our healing and personal development so that we can come together as strong communities of whole and healthy individuals. Now, I know as the world currently stands, we are a far cry away from this. But I also know that it's going to require a lot of work from people like you and me to help bring this world into a higher frequency. I know it is possible if we tackle it one thought at a time, one action at a time, one authentic person at a time. We can do it. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and share it with someone you think needs to hear this too. Keep shining, and always remember, be you. Your life depends on it. See you in the next video. Bye for now.